Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Laura of Laura Plans It, and today I am talking about my interview with Erin Condren. So on Monday, and today's Tuesday, on Monday I was selected to interview Erin Condren herself. So I called in to Tori, who is in charge of the ecsquad affiliate program, and I am one of the ecsquad members. And I had won a contest originally that was only open to ecsquad members to interview Erin. And I called into Tori, she teleconned Erin in, and I was able to spend about 15 minutes. I was supposed to have 15 minutes, it was almost 30, so thank you, Erin and Tori, both for opening your schedule like that. And I was able to ask Erin some questions and just kind of have a conversation with Erin, which was super amazing. And I loved the experience of this. I loved that I got to ask some questions that I've always been curious about. I loved just talking to Erin is amazing. First off, I want to say thank you to Tori, in case she does watch this. Hi, Tori. Thank you so much for arranging all of this and getting everything taken care of and all the back and forth, getting me on Erin's calendar and on her schedule and letting me put it in my planner. I love that. And then thank you again to Erin for participating and for opening your calendar up to me and talking with me and answering my questions. I loved that I was able to do this. It was so nerve-wracking at first, and then I think we got about 5 or 10 minutes in and it just felt like I was having a conversation with a friend, and that was really cool. I have met Erin Condren once before here in the Virginia store, not that long ago. I think it was mid-October that I met her. And not only did she remember that, she remembered that I picked out a planner for Todd, and we talked about how I absolutely spelled Todd's name wrong. So Todd, I am so sorry about that. And I love that Erin remembered that. That just cracks me up. So that was really cool. We talked about my son, Jake. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know that Jake is really into, and I have some videos here too, but you know Jake is really into using his planners as well. And she has commented on a couple of my Instagram posts and stories, and she remembered a lot about Jake. She remembers that I homeschool Jake. And that, I mean, all these little details that I really appreciated. So that was really cool. She even made time towards the end of my interview with her to say hi to Jake, and he has not stopped talking about that. It has been nonstop. I got to speak to Erin, which is basically what I'm doing too, so I can't really blame him for that. So that was really cool. And the fact that we kind of had this conversation and were able to talk to one another was amazing. I did go into this with some prepared interview questions, and I came up with 5 questions total, knowing that I had 15 minutes, knowing that you guys have watched me here, you've seen me on Instagram, I talk way too much. There's no way I'm gonna get 5 questions out of 15 minutes. And so I wound up having about, let's see, I think we did 3 questions total. I asked, what would her dream collaboration be? I asked, what is her favorite form of self-care? And I asked where she finds inspiration. And so I was really excited to get some of the answers to these things. Her dream collaborations are with strong female businesses, such as Reese Witherspoon and Draper James. But she's also really hoping to bring in some really strong male brands as well for all the male planners we have out there. So I know that we've got a lot of male planners, my son included. And I really love that she's looking everywhere for collaborations. It's not just honing into like the one thing that majority of us want. There's things for everybody in these collaboration talks that she's been in with people. So I loved that. When it comes to self-care, her number 1 recommendation, and we had a really good conversation about this, and I kind of want to talk about that first, actually. Erin has twins, and she's adopted 2 other, another set of twins, actually. And one of the things that she mentioned is when she was younger and when she first started out in this and having kids and being a parent and running her own fashion business at the time, there was no self-care. And I think as moms, especially moms of young children, we can really all relate to that really well. The lack of self-care and the lack of time and how tired we all feel all the time. I feel tired now. If I could, I'd take a nap, but I love that I could relate to that so well, and I think all moms can. And one of the things that she mentioned was that there was no self-care. And as she got older, there were side effects and symptoms that came from that. And I'm seeing a lot of that in my life now, and it's kind of like a little flag, and a warning sign like, hey, pay attention. And so Erin's form of self-care is 30 minutes of exercise a day. Just get up and do something every day, move. And she does it in the morning. I think it's amazing. I know from experience and I know from research that exercise is, it's amazing for clarity of mind. It's amazing for physical well-being. I try to run, but I haven't done it lately, especially with homeschooling. Things get really overwhelming to me and I just want to sit. And sometimes moving is better than sitting. And I think that was a really good takeaway. But the most important thing of it was, if anything, you can find time in your day. It's not as difficult as we make it out to be. You can do anything for 15 minutes. I really, truly believe that. And so exercise was her favorite form of self-care. My favorite form of self-care is doing something to make me feel pretty. Whether it be my nails, which these are press-ons. They took me all of 2 minutes to put on, but it was enough that every time I look at my nails, I'm like, oh, these look so pretty. And I keep looking at them. Sometimes I do my makeup. Sometimes I dye my hair. Sometimes I blow dry my hair. Something as simple as that. Just something to make me feel like I put myself together, whether I wear a nice new shirt, whatever. That's one of my favorite forms. I know there are tons out there, and I actually would really highly recommend, if you don't have it, the Self-Care Petite Journal, because it's a really good way to make sure you're getting that self-care in. And then lastly, I was able to ask her where she finds her inspiration. And I love this answer probably more than all the other answers, because it's pretty much very similar to me. Everywhere but Pinterest, which I don't actually use Pinterest for anything other than maybe if I need a recipe. So Erin loves fashion magazines, which is no surprise seeing as her background is fashion. And just magazines she picks up at the grocery store, brings home and reads, which is also another really good form of self-care. And the reason I asked her that question was because the summer seasonal box had the Chasing the Sun cover in it. And I used to live actually probably about 10-15 minutes north of where Erin Condren herself lives. I lived in Los Angeles, right over the water, right over Marina Del Rey. And when I saw that cover for the first time ever, I was homesick for California, which I'm from Connecticut, y'all. I am not from California. So that was really, it moved me in a way. And I've always been curious how she was inspired for that cover, which is why I asked that question. So my interview with Erin was pretty much over at that point. We had, I definitely went over my 15 minutes. I wanted to make sure she had time to say hi to Jake, and she did. And of course, it's just like such a surreal experience to be able to talk to one of my idols and ask her some questions that just really piqued my curiosity. How do you do it? Why do you do, where do you find these things? So one of the things that I would like to ask you guys today in my vlog is to let me know if you're an Erin Condren planner, or maybe even if you're not an Erin Condren planner, but you like the Erin Condren products or the idea of Erin Condren, what is your dream collaboration for Erin Condren? I want you to leave me a comment down below. Tell me, what is your dream collaboration? What is the one thing you wish Erin Condren, or the one company or person or design team you wish Erin Condren would team up with for any of her products, whether it be custom covers or maybe a lifestyle item? Who do you think would be a cool collaboration? I think that I would really love to see a Starbucks collaboration, which is really silly, but I think it would be really cool to have a Starbucks cup with an Erin Condren mid-century circles pattern on it, or maybe an Erin Condren cover with the actual Starbucks logo. So that would be kind of cool. I would also really love to see Lindsay Letters and Erin Condren team up. I love everything I see from Lindsay Letters, and that would be a really cool collaboration. So those are the two that I really would love to see. Starbucks, obviously, I think we would all love. Who wouldn't love a coffee? But the Lindsay Letter ones I think would be a really good fit. So that would be my recommendation. If you have a collaboration that you would love, please let me know in the comments below. And Erin and Tori both told me that I can email them if I have ideas, so I might just do that. So let me know below so I can kind of take a tally. I would also like to thank Erin and Tori because they listened to my suggestions, which I had one, actually I guess I had two. One, I would really love beach towels, and two, I think a store in Orlando, Florida would be amazing, especially since most of my in-laws now live in Orlando area, so I'm there a lot. That would be really cool. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up to give it a like. If you'd like to see more of my vlogs or plan with me videos, I hope you will subscribe to my channel. You could do that by clicking that little play button, and if you tap the bell, that'll turn on notifications. You are always alerted when a new video comes out. And of course, for behind the scenes sneak peeks and what I'm doing right now, head on over to my Instagram at Laura Plans It. Thanks so much for watching.